I said, could you tell me something about yourself? I you know, not known you before now. And she wrote back, and a rambling letter, but in that letter she said, I will go anywhere to help people, provided the expenses are there and the price is right. That, to me, Sue Wilson was Alf. I don't wish to speak to her. Anybody who operates like that is, I don't want to be tainted by any association with them. That's not the way to do it. But apparently she found this woman in New Zealand, and I heard it, that well, she'd gone out there, obviously the expense, and must have got a fee, I suppose, and the woman is dead and gone.
I wonder if Susan has any actual evidence that she's even been to New Zealand, so I pay her one last visit.
She had some sort of breathing disorder, and the doctors there would not give her the medication that she needed. And I happen to take the same medication that she needs. I gave her a little bit of mine. She was fine.
But you helped her commit suicide anyway, even though you helped her breathe better.
Yeah, isn't it ironic? But because I can't be there all the time giving her my medicine. I need it for me. Didn't
you think that maybe if there was a way to help her breathe better, then she wouldn't need to commit suicide?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But you helped her anyway?
She had no choice. She couldn't get the medicine.
She couldn't pick it up in New Zealand?
She didn't have any idea where to get it on the street.
Because you've got it over the internet if you gave her the name of the medicine.
I did, and she tried, and she had no luck.
Well, she could have got the medicine somehow. If this medicine made her feel better straight away, she could have got it somehow. How much did she pay you?
That I won't tell you.
Susan says she considers her fee to be risk management because she smuggled poison past the New Zealand airport customs. You really did go to New Zealand, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It sounds horrible, but...
I've got to tell you, the money... Well, the whole thing, but, you know, the icing on the cake is the money aspect. It sounds pretty sick to me. I think you shouldn't do it. It sounds very, very wrong.
I don't disagree with you.
But you're still doing it.
Somebody's got to pay the bills so you can have some water in that glass you're drinking.
How many people have you done?
I don't want to answer that question.
I mean, sort of more or less than 10?
Less than 10.
More or less than 5?
Less than 10.
Well, I really think you shouldn't do it. Derek Humphrey gives me the name of the New Zealand woman he thinks Susan might have assisted, and later the New Zealand government confirms that a woman of that name died at the time Susan says she was there. I now don't know what to believe, and I promised I'd disguise her identity in this film before I found out she might be helping people die for money. On October the 25th, 2007, a federal judge in Charleston, West Virginia, announces that he's made a decision about George's extradition to Ireland. George is free.
Would anybody like jail food here? I'm prepared to offer you a bologna sandwich, 2 cookies, an orange, which we don't normally get, and some orange drink.
The judge has decreed that because assisted suicide is not a crime in 25 of the 50 states, he can't allow the Irish prosecutor to try George in Dublin.
There were a lot of young hoodlums and drug dealers, and they weren't nice at all.
What did they do?
They started assaulting me with paperback books. This barrage of paperback books came at me, and one hit me in the left eye. If I had not been wearing glasses, I'm certain I'd be blind in that eye. Some of them perceived me as being gay. I'd done nothing to merit that whatsoever, but I was just different. The one who I would say was probably the ringleader of throwing the books took a great delight in pulling people's pants down. and then accusing them of being gay. Well, you know, who's doing the pulling the pants down here? Where's the problem?
George says he thinks he's in the clear now and that the Irish prosecutor won't try and go after him again, although he admits he does have a problem left in his life. Susan. Susan said, for George it's a calling, for me it's a business.
That's not my philosophy at all.
I know it's not, but it is hers.
And for that reason, I don't really feel comfortable talking about this. During the time that I have been in jail, she has gone to other places. Now, again, this raises questions because she has always said, oh, I can't travel on an airline unless I'm there on the 49th day, which is the day before they apparently defumigate planes every 50 days. She's got to be there on the last day before the plane gets something or other.
Well, that's nutty talk, George. I'm sorry, but it is.
But then she flies to, New Zealand.